You can feel the buzz. A new era of Buffalo Bills football is underway. It is Pettis on the return from his own 1-yard line. Dancing across the 25 and down at the NFL's leading rusher from a year ago. Starts at running back. It's play action on first down. Allen to Khalil Shakir. Indication starts at left guard. A pitch to Cook running right. And Cook bottled up.
Opponent's defense to go the distance.
Allen looking to pass again. He's got a wide open DJ Moore with room to run. Moore. Here's Cook. Up the middle. Dances his way inside the 10. Nice run by James Cook. We mentioned.
And Austin Corbett, a 10-year vet or 9-year vet.
Allen in the pocket trying to escape and cannot. Ball came out after he was ruled down. Cook in the backfield next to Allen. Josh again in trouble trying to escape and throws this one away. It was Jalen Phillips who signed last year with the sports hernia and groin injury. And the first kick at Highmark Stadium is good.
Afterwards.
Yeah, for sure, Maddie. And that was our Highmark Stadium Focus, brought to you by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, the official health plan of the Buffalo Bills. Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return for Carolina, and they'll have good field position for their stadium. It is loud for a preseason game, and the Buffalo defense with a nice start.
Leonard in his first preseason game tries it on the sidelines.
On second down, Bryce Young's pass is complete, short of the sticks. Down and 3. Young hanging tough in the pocket, throws incomplete.
No small thing, no matter what position you play. That's big.
Davis drifting over to his right. He'll watch it go over his head. Bounces inside the 5, and it goes into the end zone. So good to see the head coach, and so far it seems like that process has gone very smoothly for Brady as Cook is taken down for a loss.
Rattle around in it to make it feel like home.
Allen on second down to the outside. He's got DJ.
And sometimes the risk is worth it.
First down and 10. Here's Cook trying the left side. Has a hole. James Cook. Great vision and a first down. Play action. Allen with time. Wide open man. That's Shakir into Carolina territory. Corbett now in his 9th year out of Nevada. Cook and tripped up around the line of scrimmage. Place. Allen steps up, rolling right, throws on the run, incomplete, intended for Keon Coleman.
You're playing an away game in a strange stadium.
First penalty
to do that.
Third down and 15. Allen has all day, but nobody open, and Allen is sacked, and a fresh set of downs for the Bills. Allen back to the air. Firing deep for more, and he's got it inside the 10. Down. Ray Davis is the running back behind Allen. Allen rolling right, pump fakes. Good pressure again by the Panthers. Allen keeping the play alive, and he's got Keon Coleman.
Like that.
Extra point by Bass is good, and 8 play.
Coaching staff he played for. Just seems like one of those guys that was destined to be exactly where he's at today.
Achane on the return for Carolina. Still on his feet and now down the ground, and that's been a big focal point throughout the summer, but there's not a lot of live tackling until games like this, and that's what they want to see today. And the
only time they get to reps at it is days like today.
Jonathan Brooks on the carry and bottled up. Deion Walker getting across the line of scrimmage quickly. Young's pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. That was Terrell Bernard. Next punt, Ray Davis, who was out there the first time. Hardman awaiting the kick at his own 10-yard line. Drifting back and fields it at the 5. Hardman.
Play his best. That's their real job.
Allen to Jackson Hawes, and he stood up right at the 26-yard line. And we met with Brandon Beane yesterday, asked him about the quarterbacks with Kyle Allen and Shane Buechele, who we will see later. And he said, look,
what they see for Josh, how they can get messages to Josh and help him during the week prepare.
Give to Hardman. And Hardman turns the corner down the sideline into Carolina territory. Ran into his own man, Jude Bowery, but a good run out of the way.
That's right. Good play by the Bills offense nonetheless.
Final 90 seconds of the first quarter. Play action for Kyle Allen. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket, but he is taken down. Bills have pulled all of their starters out with the exception of Alec Anderson.
This is a group that probably hasn't had that many reps together, and certainly no live reps, so it may be a little patchy at this point.
Second down and long. Allen to Davis. Blockers ahead. Ray Davis gets to the 40, and that makes it third and manageable for the Bills. A pickup of
the head coach doesn't call the plays. He will handcuff his offensive coordinator, not give him a play like that to use.
Could be the final play of the first quarter. Third down and 6. Allen, good protection this time, working back to his left, trying to run it, and he takes a high shot. The Bills sideline doesn't like that. No penalty.
It's really a special day.
Bills are going to go for it on 4th down and 3 with Kyle Allen in the shotgun. Looking right, throwing, and he's got Keon Coleman for a first down. But Pete, picking up on what you were saying, seeing this.
That was not lost on a lot of fans when you talk to the people who came from the rock pile to former Highmark and to the new place, knowing that the Bills are going to be here.
Thinking it's a labor of love. I mean, everybody knew what we were working towards. And to see the stadium up now and people walking in from when they see the Bisons to the Highmark Trail to some of the special touches in the building, and then to walk in, you've got this amazing grass field, and apparently our offense likes it. So, you know, it's everything that we could have expected.
How helpful and beneficial was it?
Great feedback from the practice. We'll get some more feedback from today. We've got another open practice on Tuesday, another preseason game, and by the time we hit the opener, we'll be in a great spot.
Third down and 6 for Kyle Allen in Buffalo, and the pass is caught by Keon Coleman. He's going to be short of a first down.
One of the things as well, and Andrew's not much a part of this as I am because I'm in the building every day and we get inter-office memos, and one of the things you guys were looking for, and I didn't think about it until I read the email, and it was like, listen, give us the feedback. We want to hear what you think about this and some detail, blow out the bugs of a new building, right?
Every aspect of it, whether it's this TV booth and how it functions for national TV, whether it's anything on the PR side and the marketing side, and the players piece is a huge part of it.
Tyler Bass not able to connect on a 44-yard field goal attempt, so the lead remains 10-0. Pete, hang with us for a sec. Everything you did for the players is just incredible.
I mean, really proud that it's a football-first facility. You could start with the grass field, and that was a conscious decision, and it was really important to Terry and Kim that it was a first-class experience for the players. So the minute they walk in the door, pull in the parking lot, walk in the door, everything they could possibly need are here. The people have seen pictures of the locker room. It's exceptional. The equipment, the training facilities, everything they do when they walk onto the field, it's all about the players. They don't need to go over to we could provide it for them.
And we just showed you one touch that I've never seen before, but there's actually a grass cutout for where the field goal kickers can practice on the sideline, which is incredible. I mean, it's simulating the exact same grass that they will have when they walk out onto the field.
Yeah, I don't think we miss much. It's a perfect opportunity for T-Bass to get out there and work on what he needs to work on. And then inside, there's a turf field in there that's about 30 or 40 yards, and anything they need to do on that field pregame or even at halftime, if you have to warm up during inclement weather and you need to, great. So every little touch, I think we really thought about. And again, it was through the player lens. There was a lot of conversation with the players about what they needed and what they wanted to see, and we tried to provide as much of it as we could.
You almost duplicated the field house facilities and the player amenities that have been so important to having free agents want to play here. The things that are available to them have been transplanted here and duplicated here, so you almost have two home fields in the same facility on the same campus, and yet man, what a game day experience for these guys to come in and play their best.
An intentional process, like we said, football first, players first, make sure they have everything they need. If it was something that Terry and Kim thought we needed to do, we were going to do it, and there were tweaks along the way. Everything's not perfect. Like I said, just preseason for everybody. You kind of come in even with the players and find out what's working and what's not working, and we've got some time to make those adjustments. But so far, the feedback from the players and the coaches has been incredible.
One thing that's really startling for a lot of people, and we've been doing a daily radio show from the store on Abbott. One of the startling things when people come back for the first time in a few months to see former Highmark gone. It's hard for some people. They get a little choked up because there's so much that went into that. What are the plans for that land? What's going to happen over there? Are they going to just do it like they've done other stadiums and make more room for space for fans and parking and tailgating?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we know it's emotional, and for people like you, Steve, right, who have great memories, fond memories of that old building.
They just want to stand here and look at the place, and the Bisons are an unbelievable addition.
Deion Walker with the sack. Carolina punting. It is Hardman calling for a fair catch. And Pete, thank you so much for coming up here. It's great seeing you. Congratulations. This place looks incredible.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for
being part of it. Soon. Thanks for making this booth so nice, too. Pepsi Rookie Spotlight brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Buffalo Bills. First down and 10 for Kyle Allen. Looking deep. Hit as he throws. Incomplete.
Side of the ball in particular.
So Bowery at left tackle as it's a give to Frank Gore Jr. Physical run out to the 20.
Yeah, this turns out
Allen running right, looking downfield, and he's got a man. And the catch is made by Kaleki Latu, the first-year tight end who appeared in 5 games a season ago with the Bills. 10 for Buffalo with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Allen firing, and it is caught. Trent Sherfield on the reception and runs out of bounds close to a first down. Sherfield now in hit down, 2nd and 2. Sherfield goes in motion. Give to Gore. And Frank Gore Jr. has enough for a first down. I thought it was interesting talking with Joe Brady yesterday, Steve. He said, look, keep that a secret until week 1, but it'll be interesting to see what types of new runs Brady plans for the regular season.
Your offense should look like what your best players do well, and they have yet to find that out and what it might be.
Steven Gosnell on the reception, wearing Steve's old 89 jersey, and a gain of 18. He can stop the run, something they have to get better at this year compared to a season ago, as Gore is hit with a penalty marker down.
Yeah, both sides of the field had their that's an illegal shift. They had 2 guys in motion perhaps before the snap. Run so many plays in practice, they don't get a turn to run every play, and that's the test.
Allen takes the check down. He's got a wide open Davis who stretches out to the 33-yard line. Dante Pettis was running deep down the field, but Allen goes underneath to Davis.
Yeah, they dropped out, gave up the short pass. Looked like they were almost daring him to.
Here's Davis up the middle, inside the 30. Nice running by Davis, who picks up the first down.
Oh, this is well blocked up front.
12-yard pickup for Davis.
Really.
Allen to Sherfield. And a short pickup on the play for Trent Sherfield, who bounced around a bit last. Allen pressure coming, and he is sacked. So the Panthers coming with some heat in the backfield, and Tyler Bass will 6 yards away. Missed earlier from 44. And this one is good. So Bass comes right.
Joe Brady walks into a building that has had great success in recent history, although not the ultimate prize, and that really is what this team is after.
Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo. And Carolina, which has barely had the ball in the. They sure do, Matty, as Kenny Pickett takes over at quarterback for Carolina. Pickett in his first season with the Panthers, replacing Bryce Young. But to your point, Steve, a new rule came out this week in which the NFL, yes, he's the offensive coordinator from the past, calling the plays still as the head coach, but he has made it very clear that he is the head coach.
Yeah, and he has made that's been part of his messaging, as you talked about earlier in the broadcast, about, listen, this is a new deal. You guys haven't been through this training camp with me. Even the guys who have been around here, this is going to be all new. And some of only 7 minutes and 5 seconds. Goodness gracious.
Wegmans, enjoy delicious, freshly prepared meals and catering with Meals to Go. Download the app or visit mealstogo.com to order. On 3rd down, Pickett steps up. looking to take off, and Buffalo is there. Javon Solomon with a crushing hit. TJ Parker 3 on his field goal attempts in the first half, kicking off for Buffalo. Special teams certainly a way to make the roster, and Bills will be keeping a close eye on that throughout these 3 preseason games.
Yeah, they continue.
Kenny Pickett remains the Carolina QB. And on first down, Pickett looking to throw, has time, and locates the running back, who's dragged down by Javon Solomon. Again, Brandon Beane talking name to the list of great Troy pass rushers we've seen over the years in the NFL. Pickett spinning out of trouble. He'll run it again, and he slides down very close to the line to gain.
They're going to make him just short, I think. It's going to be a
defense looking for a stop on third down. Pickett throwing, and it is a first down. It was Caleb Elarm's Orr coming over.
Jim Leonhard is already impressed by the way he's been leading so far.
Yeah, he is all business there, as that is Keontae Jenkins coming over to finish off a tackle. Another guy that showed a lot last summer, ended up being on the Buffalo practice.
a stark contrast where they've been the last handful of years.
Second down and 8. Pickett quick release, and he's got Achane, and he is tackled right at midfield. Igbinosun in on that tackle. First down and 10 for Carolina. Solomon coming with pressure, and Pickett is in trouble, and down he goes.
Once again, now here in the second half, it's a straight 4-man front, and the Bills getting a little bit of success up there.
Parker finished his career with 21.5 sacks, 10th in Clemson history. Pickett's pass is caught at midfield, and immediately making that tackle is Jordan Hancock. A couple of times Hancock has flashed defensively for Buffalo today.
Yeah, Bills making some changes now. Parker and Solomon come off the field. Jones comes on the field, as well as Landon Jackson.
Carolina 1 for 5 on third down. Buffalo's done a good job in that department, trying to keep it that way on third down and 11. Pickett, quick pass, and a quick tackle made by Toriano Pride. So the 7th rounder from Missouri.
4 wide with a running back.
Pickett to the outside. He's got an open man and a first down. James Mitchell on the catch, the 4th-year tight end out of Virginia Tech, and the drive continues for Carolina.
Sam Franklin late to get.
Gorgeous summer afternoon. Sun is shining bright on this grass field, and a nice tackle made there on the ground. That is Hancock again.
Again, yeah. You know, I'm not making any. Some guys flourish. This is the kind of thing you look for when your coaching staff changes over. Some guys, it's the best thing that ever happened to them. And of course, with their Hancock's playing well today.
Second down, Pickett looking deep, and it's incomplete. Sam Franklin had the coverage for Buffalo.
Good coverage.
So this grab
pristine. It's never been really trampled on. The grounds crew here guards this like it's sacred.
As they should, and a false start on the Panthers.
Playoffs end, and the 2 teams from the AFC and NFC head to LA for the Super Bowl.
Third down and 19. Pickett over the middle, and it's incomplete. And a late flag comes in. And it's going to be pass interference against Buffalo. 7 penalties for 82 yards against Buffalo today. Joe Brady will not be happy about that. Good containment there by Landon Jackson. Only appeared in 3 games a year ago, between being inactive and then finishing the year on IR after a season-ending knee injury in November.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about Landon Jackson in the preseason. He came back about 15 to 20 pounds heavier in preparation for the changeover to the 3-4. And you could physically seems to be helping it.
I'm also 15 pounds heavier after spending the week with you. Jeez, we've been eating nonstop. In fact, we're going to eat more when we meet with the chef in the fourth.
Sturdier, I feel stronger, and I can hold my blocks longer.
That's good stuff. Thank you, Maddie. And a nice tackle there by Elarm Zor, because if he... Pressure coming. Pickett's pass batted down. Jalen Kilgore, the rookie out of South Carolina.
I appreciate you having me on, guys.
Now it's fantastic as Shane Buechele is now in at quarterback, and his first pass is complete to Kaleki Latu for a first down. And Mitch, tell us, so if that's not a good sign, Mitch.
Well, no, Steve was giving me free game because earlier, like I was telling him, it was a little bit of a problem.
You just remember.
Buechele is under center for Buffalo, looking to throw. To the outside, he's got a man and a completion, and that is the fullback, Ben Van Sumeren.
And so you want someone who's not only capable but has command of the huddle. And sometimes that's it's not anything you can kind of find except for this kind of it factor that they have coming in.
Mitch, one thing I wanted to ask you about is the battle at left guard between Austin Corbett and Alec Anderson. And Brandon Beane made an interesting point with us yesterday. He said, look, there's no separation yet. It's a good competition.
About how important it is for a guard. I mean, some quality that maybe people are unaware of.
That's a great question. It's the communication highway between the tackles and the center. Not only are they digesting the stuff that they need to do, but often I have no idea what's going on outside the tackle box, what the tackle does. He's giving pertinent information, and they have to kind of be the communication line. And also, they have to dive into 2 completely different techniques when it's working with a tackle and a center.
How about this stadium, Mitch, and specifically the grass field? What kind of impact does that make for a player?
Yeah, I know analytics say that it really doesn't for injury, but for the psyche, it's incredible. I mean, it's just the pounding on your joints. It's a little bit slower, although this is pretty fast grass, but it makes that much of a difference. Especially, you don't feel it when you're doing it, but you feel it when you fall down, to be honest.
Frank Gore Jr. with a night out of the preseason game. What's the second half like when you're a starter?
It's exciting. You've seen the work that these guys have put in. You know the amount of pressures on them, right? It's their livelihood, it's their job. It's for a lot of guys, it's their first opportunity to get this thing going. And of course, you hear us coach speak, but you are putting your resume out for 31 other teams, especially if you're playing in this second half. And
on Monday, or then get a day off tomorrow, Sunday. There's going to be some changes in the depth chart. Who's getting reps with the ones? Talk about that dynamic and how you start to get a feel for what your team will look like in the regular season.
Yes, this first preseason game is where guys are learning to digest information in a different environment. The stuff that they've accrued the past 11 practices, it's a totally different ball game, and this is, of course, very relatable to bringing that to when this game matters in season. But it also lights a fire. Like if you get bumped up, you don't want to lose that spot. And if you're on the outside looking in, you know exactly what you need to work on from this film, and you can apply that. And they love to see when guys maybe fall kilter a bit, but apply what they need to better themselves, especially around the next preseason game and with that joint practice coming up.
3rd down and 8. Buechele taking another deep shot for Gosnell, and it's incomplete, but a
You talk, man, that guy's got some energy. And I think his players see it and they feed off of it.
1st down and 10 for Kenny Pickett. In trouble, and down he goes. Mike?
But that's a big play to start this drive.
A loss of 2 on the play. Pickett fires to the outside. It's caught, and Toriano Pride is right. This preseason goes along, but some new faces, Steve, and certainly an impressive staff. And that's one thing Brandon Beane told us. He loves the coaches that Joe Brady hired.
Yeah, they've got a really experienced staff. You see the incompletion there. They've got a very experienced staff, but they are feeling out their roles. As we said, Jim Leonard is on the sidelines. He has notoriously been up top in his career in the booth. Pete Carmichael is the opposite. Pete Carmichael has been one of those on-the-field offensive coaches. Now he's upstairs And of course, the rest of that list, they all have to feel out and flesh out their game day responsibilities. You mentioned the quarterback's coach. Their job as well is to be a liaison between the coordinator and the run game coordinator, passing game coordinator, and the quarterback on a day-to-day basis. Hugely important roles they still have to fill out.
4th and 7, and Dana gets there again. His second sack of the drive, and that ends the drive for the Panthers.
People who have not eaten today in the entire state.
And I've been waiting all day to feed y'all. So,
well, I think that's kind of one of the highlights as Shane Buechele is off to the races here. But I know a priority for you and the team here was getting authentic Buffalo area food.
Was on.
Here we go.
Well, can't Nicholas call the game? Ian Wheeler off to the races here.
He's going to get the first.
Tell me about the spicy golden sauce.
So the spicy golden sauce, we actually use orange habanero peppers, and then we pair it with a tangy barbecue sauce.
Wow.
That one's good, right?
Oh my gosh, the tangy habanero is...
That's a good one.
That's tremendous.
Well, and then to watch...
Do this, but since you're here...
Since I'm here, I wouldn't do this either, but...
These are... That's awesome.
Wow, that bowling ball packs a punch.
I highly recommend the chicken parm sandwich. People were right to buy it out.
Have a robust team of chefs, man. We're all firing on all cylinders. Can't really slow down on this one.
Shane Buechele has a completion. And the Bills are in the red zone after that catch by Jamori Macklin. And now I have wing sauce all over my
Jamori Macklin, I don't know if we can get a replay of that. That was a one-handed behind him catch. And he...
You go into a game, how many wings do you have? Like, are you thinking you're going to sell in a game?
You know, we're at like the 3,000 chicken fingers, another 2,000 to 3,000 chicken wings, pounds. And that's just on a game day basis. And don't forget the 3,000 chicken parm sandwiches that people bought today. It's been a good one.
That's amazing. I do have to tell you that when Steve and I got here at around 9 a.m., we took the wrong elevator because I followed Steve, of course. 2nd down and 5 with Buechele under center. A give to Wheeler. And Wheeler trying to get up the middle, and he's going to be very close to a first down. How long did it take you to select this menu? What was that process like?
You know, and that started over a year ago, starting in August, you know, when I joined the project. And, you know, myself and a few others, we went out to a lot of different spots. We went out to all the wing spots in town. We went out to all the beef on weck spots in town. And truly, we took what was best from this area and we made it our own. So we're really proud of the beef on weck we're serving. We're serving some Buffalo staples like a Stinger sub and a Royal sub, things that, you know, Western New York holds close to them and a lot of other people visiting may not know. So we're really excited to introduce those things.
That's fantastic. I think down the road as Wheeler goes up the middle and in for a touchdown. Ian Wheeler.
Favorite,
so I have
100%.
to put Andrew on the spot. Are you a flat or a drumstick guy?
No, drumstick.
Oh, see now that's an amateur move.
Wrong answer.
Amateur move. Flat guy.
Well, Nicholas, we can't thank you enough for coming up here explaining this to us. We do. Buechele throwing incomplete. Intended for Macklin.
Because you're down the roster, you're getting between the 50th and 85th player of the roster playing, and they continue to have success. It really says good things about the
Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Buffalo Bills and the NFL. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bills. New quarterback for Carolina is Kyle Trask. He was signed on Sunday because Haynes King, who played so well in the Hall of Fame game, injured his hamstring. So Trask, who knows Canales and Brad Idzik, their offensive coordinator from their time in Tampa, now joins the team.
That tackle made nicely there by Zane Durant. Draft pick this year out of Penn State.
Pass to the outside is complete to Casey Washington, who cuts it back up and is stopped there. Wande Owens in on that tackle. He was signed yesterday, brought back because the Bills had some safety injuries.
Wande was with the team throughout the offseason, and then with other injuries that happened, they needed some depth at other positions, so he was released. And of course, they told him out of the side of their mouth, don't go anywhere. And sure enough, here he is back with the team when other injuries happen and they need him back.
Panthers on the ground. Great tackle made by Theron Gaines, the undrafted rookie out of Tennessee Tech.
Offensive play calls to give him some misdirection, and they executed really, really well.
Trask escapes and has a lot of room to run, but there is a flag down behind the play. And a big hit. Jalen Kilgore again.
That was that was also Cade Denhoff again as well, coming in late.
Holding. Offense for 74. 10-yard
hold. And not for nothing, he's delivered about just as many.
That one is picked off. Great anticipation on that play.
I can't tell you how impressive that was. He saw that very early and had the confidence and the aggression to get it. What a play.
Buechele remains the Buffalo quarterback, handing off for Frank Gore Jr. at the 10, and he's spun down at the 6. A nice run by Frank Gore Jr. 5 minutes to play. Play action, Buechele rolling right, throwing, and it is caught. That's Latu making the catch at the 3.
Now this is down. They pushed him back quite a bit, but this is going to be 2nd and goal from the 3.
Long and goal. Gore up the middle and in for a touchdown. Frank Gore Jr. Played 10 years for Buffalo as Bass's extra point is good. And in the 9th year, Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl. Certainly Bills fans hoping that history repeats itself. Nice special teams tackle made there by the fullback, Ben Van Sumeren.
The one.
Let's
things you two are trying this season.
I think for me, just expanding the route tree, and I think getting familiar with that with Josh, and you got to pay attention. Like DJ Moore is a dog for a reason. He's a top receiver for a reason. He's going to show that every single time. So I'm excited just to continue to see that connection and how that open things up for everyone.